Congratulations, Frank. Well, this is it. We're down to the final award. And we came in under the running time with Killers of the Flower Moon. The final award of the evening goes to this year's Salah M. Hassanein Humanitarian Award honoree, Ron Krueger. The Salah M. Hassanein. The Salah M. Hassanein Award goes to an individual who is very involved in charitable endeavors benefiting the motion picture industry. Ron is a fourth generation movie theater executive and is currently the chief operating officer of St. Tico's Theater's Grand Am Star. Introducing this year's recipient of the Salah M. Hassanein Humanitarian Award is an individual who himself is very philanthropic. Unless, of course, you're negotiating film scales or holdovers, that's a different story. Please welcome Executive Vice President, General Sales Manager, Warner Brothers, and a good friend, Scott Foreman.
Well, isn't it great when we honor really great people? Congratulations, everybody. And Mike, there's nothing you can't do. You did a great job. Ron Krueger II, described by industry and convention legend Bob Sunshine, and we do all love you, Bob, as a gentle giant, someone always with a smile, always with a smile on his face, and simply a wonderful man. I am honored that Ron asked me to present him tonight for one of our industry's highest honors, the Salah M. Hassanein Award. This award, named for a man who accomplished so much and who was instrumental in creating the Will Rogers Institute on the grounds of Burke Rehabilitation Hospital after the closure of the Will Rogers Hospital in 1975. The Pioneer Assistance Fund carries his name. His contribution to Variety's lifeline he had referred to as his greatest achievement. Salah passed in June of 2019, but this legendary exhibition leader, head of Warner Brothers International, film producer, icon, and most importantly, a legendary philanthropist, continues to inspire all of us to be our best selves and to strive to make a positive difference in the world. To that end, I am quite certain that Salah would have applauded the selection of Ron to receive the award tonight. Mahatma Gandhi said, "Be the change that you want to see in the world." I am extremely proud to work in an industry along with people like Ron, who are fully committed to philanthropy, looking out for others, and partnering with others to create that change. Ron and I share a similar story, both from multi-generational industry families in this unique business of ours. With that background, we share a sense of responsibility to support and champion our industry charities and recognize how important the role we collectively play in impacting the communities that we entertain and serve. After graduating from the University of Indiana and receiving his MBA from Washington University in St. Louis, Ron spent 3 years at Ralston Purina before the call of the family business reeled him in. Ron is that rare executive for the entirety of his career, while helping to ultimately run companies as president of Wehrenberg, president and COO of Southern Theaters, to earlier this year becoming COO of St. Tico's Grand Am Star, has fully committed himself to meaningful philanthropy while supporting and leading industry trade organizations. Not wanting to embarrass our honoree, but you did give me the microphone. And I think Midge, Kelly, and Cindy might enjoy a little walk down memory lane. Here are just some of Ron's affiliations and contributions he has made as a long-standing member of U.S. Variety and its president from 2016 to 2018. Being a board member of NATO since 1994, a long-term leader of the National Association of Concessionaires, joining the executive committee in 2005, and serving again as its president from 2009 to 2011. A member of the Will Rogers Motion Picture Pioneers, and yes, rest assured, Southern has been supportive of the Will Rogers combo packs, while also raising nearly $1 million through the Gold Heart program facilitated by U.S. Variety, and is a proud board of governors for the St. Louis Children's Shriners Hospital, helping to raise over $40 million. Let me say that again. Helping to raise over $40 million to date, all while doing his committed work, helping to lead exhibition forward. Please all stand and join me in welcoming an industry champion, a philanthropist, and my esteemed colleague, Ron Krueger II, to the stage to receive the 2023 Salah M. Hassanein Award.
Stand between you and a cocktail or two or three, maybe dinner. So, great memories of ShowEast. One of my favorite movies of all time is Good Will Hunting, and remember seeing it in that uncomfortable theater. But anyway, great memories. So, Scott, thank you so much for that amazing introduction, and many thanks to Bob and Andrew Sunshine for their support and work here at ShowEast. Johnny Rockefeller Jr. once said, "Think of giving not as a duty, but as a privilege." Giving to our industry charities, and our children in need has indeed been a privilege, and I'm so proud to support so many of these worthwhile endeavors. As a fourth-generation exhibitor, I find it my responsibility to give back to support the industry that has given so much to my family for over 100 years. We have an ecosystem across all parts of our industry that I feel compels us to support each other and to give. While I didn't have the pleasure of meeting Salah, you can just say his first name and everyone knows exactly whom you're referring to. The many amazing contributions he made to this industry and the charities around it. I'm so very humbled by this recognition in his name. Many people have opened doors to allow me to participate in these wonderful charities. I'm a third-generation Shriner. Yeah, you saw that funny little hat I wore? They don't make cars big enough for me, so you're not going to see me on those. But I did grow up seeing many pictures of my grandfather helping at Shriners Hospitals in St. Louis. Stan and Jody Reynolds, God rest their soul, were always an inspiration with their involvement in all levels of variety, the children's charity, and introduced me to this charity at my first ShowEast over 30 years ago. Jan Albus at the St. Louis tent opened a door locally. And again, Jody and Stan W. Reynolds, as well as Erica Lopez, were my advocates at U.S. Variety. I was inspired to be a part of Will Rogers, watching Todd Radenberg do his work over there for so many years. And we, in fact, worked together for a joint Variety Will Rogers presentation at a neonatal unit in Jackson, Mississippi a few years ago. I do also thank Kyle Davies for giving me the opportunity to step up in that charity. And during the pandemic, Will Rogers was there for my employees at Southern Theaters with a grant program, and it's been part of my mission ever since to return the favor and give back. If not for the work at the National Association of Concessionaires, I wouldn't have fostered some amazing relationships with many friends. You may have noticed one of those pictures circulating behind me featured a few of my greatest friends. Arising only from relationships in this industry, and with those friendships, you can bring people together and do better. On the NATO side, my great-grandfather, Fred Wernberg, served in senior leadership at the Motion Picture Theater Owners of America, a NATO predecessor in the early 1940s. Did I really have any other choice to follow in his footsteps and serve? I'm really so proud of everything that the NATO team has done in recent years to not only improve our industry, but to get us through the darkest hours of the pandemic, with best practices to keep our teams employed and engaged, and of course, get our theaters back open. We worked so closely with distribution to give us the film product that could, and many of us worked with Washington and lobbied there in the local state houses to get amazing grants and financial incentives to get us back on our feet. I've been blessed in my life to have the time and passion to give back. I'm very thankful to my father, Ron Krueger at Wehrenberg, and George Solomon at Southern Theaters, who gave me that time to give back. And a huge thanks as well to the many team members at Wehrenberg, Southern, and Santikos for their support. They're the ones who stood behind me and raised so many of those funds that we're able to give back. All the past recipients of this honor represent all parts of our industry, and that demonstrates the need to me to support each other. This ecosystem of vendor, distributor, and exhibitor is necessary to grow our industry, to serve and give to their charities. While the pandemic slowed down that giving, our industry is recovering and our balance sheets are improving. It's time to step up again and support those charities and associations that have given us our livelihood and the privilege in the spirit of giving. I'm thankful my wife Cindy and stepmom Midge are here with me tonight. Love you both. Two key supporters in my love for this industry and its causes. One of the best parts of service is watching your children and the next generation carry on that tradition. Speaking of next generation, very proud to say I'm going to be a grandpa soon. Just found that out here recently. Let's support them in those efforts as we grow our involvement. Congrats as well to the many honorees this week. And again, I'm very, very humbled at receiving this honor. Thank you all so very much.